All right, Mr. De Los Santos, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine because of the high blow.
Serious this charge is.
We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be.
Whoa, slow down. Did you catch that? The judge didn't ease into this one. This isn't a traffic ticket, she says. Translation? This is serious business. A high BAC blow could mean real jail time. No community service, no slap on the wrist. Stakes equals
1 to 2, sir.
On March 9th, 2025, at approximately 6:34 a.m., an officer responded to a major accident on the 6100th block of North Fry Road in Harris County, Texas. The officer made contact with the witness, who was traveling south on North Fry Road and stopped at an intersection of West Little York Road, and he began to drive. When the light turned green, he was struck from behind. He exited his motor vehicle and observed the defendant in the driver's seat. The officer observed rear damage to the witness's motor vehicle. The witness stated the defendant was transported to the hospital. The officer observed heavy front damage to the defendant's motor vehicle, but no closed or open containers in his motor vehicle. The officer made contact with the defendant at Katy Memorial for Mental Hospital. The defendant stated that on March 8th, 2025 at 6 p.m. he was drinking at a friend's.
Okay, let's pause. He admits to drinking until 4 a.m., then gets in a crash at 6:30? That's a 2-hour gap. Folks, your body burns about 1 drink per hour, maybe. This timeline is a prosecutor's dream, if it holds. But that's the catch. Will it?
House. The defendant stated he drank until 4 a.m. the next morning. He admitted to driving under the influence, resulting in a major accident.
He admits to drinking until 4 a.m., then crashes at 6:30. That's a 2-hour gap, barely enough time to sober up. This admission alone could seal the case, but we're not done yet. Time is about to become everything.
The defendant had visible scrapes and injuries on his face, arms, and legs. The officer observed the strong odor of alcohol upon his breath, red bloodshot eyes, and slurred speech. SFSTs were administered. 6 out of 6 were observed on the HGN. The walk and turn and one leg stand could not be conducted due to injuries. IVs, and the defendant had IVs, and the defendant was wearing a neck brace. The nurse checked his vitals and ensured the defendant was in good health to be discharged from the hospital. The defendant was read the DIC and agreed to a breath test. The results were 0.166 and 0.169.
How long from the time of the accident to the time that he goes to the hospital? Is it immediate?
So, I don't believe it states what time the accident occurred and what time he was transported to EMS, or transported to the hospital, but it's before the officers were able to arrive on scene and do an investigation of the accident.
He doesn't write down what time the accident? Do you have the OR?
Been a lot of that going on lately in Dennis.
I don't understand who's writing these reports.
And here's the judge with some real talk. Hospitals aren't fast food joints. If this guy blew a .16 even after all the hospital chaos, what was his BAC at the time of the crash? Math is math, and it's not working in his favor.
I thought intake was supposed to improve on January 1st.
You know, it's important to know how long it takes him to get to the hospital, right? And then I guess he's discharged immediately after he gets to the hospital. I mean, that can't be because he does, how long does it take to get into an emergency room? It takes forever. When I have a family member that goes to the hospital, it takes 12 hours just to get seen.
And here's the judge with some real talk hospital. ERs don't run like drive-thrus. The guy was admitted and blew a 0.16 after all that time. Imagine what his back was at the moment of impact. These numbers don't lie.
And then he goes and he blows a 16 after? I mean, I don't know, look, I'll give you a little bit of time. Take a look to see.
And getting hopefully the office board cleared up. You don't have that back yet. Correct.
I just want to know that there's not a disconnect. Like, it doesn't take 12 hours to get from here to here, because you know how long it takes to get to hospitals, and it's ridiculous. So, Yeah, I'm gonna put it on hold for now because we got a
Just
whole...
today or?
No. Later, like, I'll give him a couple, like maybe an hour or so. Do you have anyone else to go?
I have plenty of places to go.
Yeah, I bet. So go do what you need to do. Come back. Let's revisit PC in a little bit, will you? Please?
Absolutely.
Okay. Take a seat in the juror box. Don't leave us. Okay. Are you ready now, or do you want some time to look?
Can we have, yeah.
Can I make a suggestion?
Sure.
Let's zoom in. The judge isn't just being picky, she's building a legal wall. Without a solid timeline, the defense can argue the BAC didn't reflect driving intoxication. This is the legal equivalent of a chess match, and every second...
Based upon offensive report not having any witness stand here, and the DIMS report not having the information that they're seeking, I think at this time, probable cause finding is appropriate. However, it's my understanding that Chief Pace, since I trained him, will probably go and figure out all these facts and get it refiled correctly.
I wanted to give you a little bit of time. If, huh?
Pause. What the judge is digging for here is reasonable certainty. Was he drunk when he drove? There's a long gap between the crash and the breath test. Defense attorneys can argue that the BAC results don't reflect the time of driving. That's the legal chess match happening right now.
And we already
I didn't want to go that far. I wanted to just see what the report has. Because you being able to go contact the officers a little bit just beyond this, because it's not fair to them. But what I'm looking for is how long it takes from the accident to get to the hospital, to see, is it him that's driving? Is he intoxicated at the time of driving? Because that's what it calls for, right? That's what we need to know. So if you can just take a look real quick, go do what you need to do, come back maybe like 45 minutes. I just want to know what the timing.
I was just going to suggest we already have a date of 4/14 that they can get this done in the interim and not have to scramble today with 50 other arrangements. That's all I was suggesting. But it's up to the court.
The OR, the timeline is not.
It's not in there.
They put any time in the OR?
The times that I have is that the witness said that they had been there since 6:30. Sorry, I don't know what that's about. But the only time that I have is that the blood sample was taken at
Breath burn.
8.
He didn't write time. He didn't write down what time the accident happened, or what time he gets on the scene. There's got to be something,
Bingo. Crash happened around 5:50 a.m. and he's admitted by 7 o'clock. That's just over an hour close enough to hold weight in court. The judge is clearly making sure there are no holes in the timeline before moving forward.
Look at the MDTs. There's got to be a time when
I'm looking at the wrong offense report, Judge. I apologize.
It's okay.
I do have based on the accident report, the crash time was 5:50 in the morning. And I'm not seeing, vocabulary is any time.
I'm not concerned about that. I'm concerned what time he gets to the hospital.
Yep.
Crash occurs at 5 something in the morning.
Okay.
Does he get to the
emergency room at 7 a.m. So it's roughly about an hour.
Well, he gets admitted at 7 a.m.
Yes.
Okay, so we're about an hour and a half after the crash. What time does the officer get there? Start interviewing? Do you know?
The crash is at 5:50 a.m. The officers transport the defendant in at 6, so 10 minutes later. And
They transport him to the hospital?
it's
Okay.
It's been in the emergency room at 6.
What time does the officer get there to start the interview? Mr. Beadle, I just want to know that everything is in close proximity, because if he gets there, he starts interviewing like 12 hours later, I'm going to have a problem.
And I think the DIMS will probably be supplemented appropriate.
This part's wild. He's too injured to balance on one leg, but they take him elsewhere for a breath test? It's legal, but sketchy optics. The judge smells it too. If it feels weird to you, that's not an accident. That's courtroom instinct.
I know how much business you have today. I see all the arraignments here sitting in the audience. I think that they will get it done by the 14th of April, which is what I already have a date for. But I leave it to the court's discretion. I'm fairly certain it's not in there.
I don't see a time. It is on the road to the hospital.
Into the blood draws what time?
It's at
For the breath test, sorry.
Which is weird in and of itself, Judge, because they said he couldn't do the one leg stand or the walk and turn.
Well, because
But then they took him off to another location to do a breath test. It's just kind of weird.
This part's wild. He's too injured.
And there it is. Zero tolerance. No alcohol, no drugs, no excuses. The judge basically says, you mess up once, you're done. It's not just a warning.
Do a breath test. It's not illegal, but it is. ... You can hear the judge raising an eyebrow. And if it feels off to you, it does to her too.
It doesn't stay there.
you don't even have the time of the breath test?
It looks like if we look at her I was going to ask you that what she would leave out to review it before the page.
What do you think?
We have a date for the 14th. I'm sure they'll do it before then. His appearance is waived anyway, so he doesn't have to be here.
Okay, so,
Do you want to put some potential conditions on
No, I
him,
don't.
assuming? Okay.
so I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. Any prior DWIs? And valid license?
No prior DWIs and his driver's license is valid.
Okay, as long as you have valid liability insurance and a Texas driver license, you may continue to drive. But if you don't have car insurance, do not drive. It is a condition of your bond. Don't consume alcohol, don't use illegal drugs. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll waive your appearance while you're on bond in this court, but you must stay in touch with them if they tell me they